What's up, what's up, what's up? I hope you guys are all having a great start to the morning. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Give me 1 second. All right. Natural gas, /NG, right? Super overbought, overextended, pushed up, locked in profits on you guys. Now it's time to have some fun with a pullback, right? So I want to point out why I see value in DGAS, right? So DGAS is a descending pattern. Why do I see value in this? Why does it even make sense to trade it? Again, I want to explain my thought process. Looking at the RSI, looking at the MACD, super overextended, super overbought, and looking how it normally trades. Pushes up, becomes overbought, becomes overextended, and then begins to pull back, right? Pushes up, becomes overextended, becomes overbought, and then begins to pull back. Pushes up, begins, or it's overextended, begins to pull back, and then it's overbought. So now we're simply just waiting for lower lows before we add more, or before I add more to my overall, position. I don't think I'm gonna add much more. I actually went in a little bit. I went in pretty aggressive. But here we go. How are you guys all doing today? You guys excited that it's Friday? You guys have any plans for the weekend? I want to hear it. Here we go. This thing's still trying to push up, so. What's going on, Zach? What's up, what's up? Plans to learn from your videos. I like it, I like it. Nice. Are we going to be doing on-demand trading, right? Being able to practice what it is that we're learning over the weekend, right? You guys know that obviously the market's closed during the weekend, but you guys still have access to on-demand trading. So I just want to make sure that you guys are all aware of that. We don't have too many people tuning in. I kind of figured it's a little bit later throughout the morning. So it's a Friday too. Actually, I have a really exciting video for you guys tomorrow. So I'm pretty pumped on that. Here we go. Natural gas just pulling back. We're just gonna give it time. I don't know if you guys saw BAC still downtrending, middle, bottom VWAP, making lower lows, lower highs. SQs, /NQ still pulling back if I'm not mistaken. And that's with the overall correlating future /NQ, right? And then SQs is descending. TVIX should be descending. Apple consolidating, not enough margin, in my opinion, to be worth it. Here we go. Still a descending pattern. Tesla tried to push up a little bit. Middle, top VWAP. Just trying to show signs of it being, making higher highs. I find it pretty funny. Margin isn't huge, but it's still definitely pushing up. /GC, let's check it out. There we go. /GC, a little bit more on the overbought side. It would make sense on just based off of previous patterns on why this thing would begin to pull back. So again, it's just understanding, like, are you getting something for a good deal? You're seeing that this thing is beginning to consolidate a lot at the resistance. So yeah, let's set the alert. Mulan Nazir Eden, when the live chat start? It started about 2 hours ago, so it's about to end. Just kidding. It started like 5-10 minutes ago. You're good. I'm just gonna have fun. I don't know if I'm gonna just go live for 30 minutes. Really depends on how long it's going to be until I hit my daily goal. But I think I might go live for 30 minutes, an hour, maybe an hour and a half. If you guys have that time and if you guys want to spend it with me. If not, I 100% understand. Stream all day. Let's do it for the boys, right? /CL. Who took advantage of UWT? Please tell me that someone during pre-market hours saw this change of direction and the pullback confirmation, right? So it was consolidating, pulled back, pushed up, pulled back, made higher highs and higher lows, and began to make higher highs. Ah, okay, I like it. Just please be very careful. It looks like it's trying to bounce off the SMA line. Now it's getting really close, so we might see it begin to kind of sell off. So don't be afraid to lock in profits. Obviously, I like joking around with you guys, but ultimately, again, let's not discourage ourselves. Overall resistance right around like 62.70. So let's just make sure that we do a good job locking in those profits. Okay, looks like Boeing did a really good job begin to show signs of an overall reversal. Watch out for the SMA line as the ultimate resistance level. Unless it continues to make higher highs, I would kind of take it day by day as of right now. Here we go. Please look at drip for us right here. Let's check it out. What do you want me to see? The lower lows, the lower highs, the middle bottom VWAP descending pattern. This is probably not something you can make money off of everything, right? Or anything, especially with being able to buy the dip and sell at peaks. Just a friendly reminder, look at the MACD, look at the RSI, it's peaking out. It's a descending pattern, making lower lows, lower highs. There's just another huge form of risk when it comes down to trading these type of patterns. It doesn't mean that it's not profitable, it doesn't mean that it's not possible, it just means that it's a little bit more difficult. So if you can avoid it, great. If not, then so be it. When it comes down to ticker symbol GUSH, which is Gush, it's making higher highs and higher lows. So a very similar pattern to drip, just the overall inverse. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to set alerts for both making higher highs and higher lows, and then I'm also going to set alert. If this thing begins to sell off, holy moly, this is going to be the highlight of my morning. I had a really good time as this thing began to push up. I began to add more to my position size as natural gas began to uptrend, but then as it got closer to obviously 2.66, which was its overall previous resistance, I began to sell off. So one of the things, are you in a position? Yeah, I'm in ticker symbol DGAS. So I bought the, in my opinion, bought the dip, right? That's my opinion. There's no confirmation just yet, so please don't buy it. But how many of you guys have ever seen me sell too early? How many of you guys have been with us? How many of you guys have been with us? Do you guys remember that usually? Yeah, like when it comes down to it, like I tend to sell just a little bit too early. This is just something that I'm practicing. This is something that I'm not, it's not something that like, oh, I think all of you guys should try out. But it's almost like a joke, right? Because we're like, oh, I just sold. And then people make jokes about like, okay, now it's time to buy. Because normally, in my eyes, I think that I'm a little bit more conservative than most traders. So at previous resistance levels or at any sign of a resistance, I'll just lock in profits. What I decided to do is instead of selling my 100% position size right away, I sell off some of my shares. So I'll sell off at like 33% increments. So I'll sell off, 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares as it continues to uptrend. So progressively, I sell at, I guess not such a low price point. But sometimes ultimately, it feels really good to sell for a profit. This is just something that I'm working on when it comes down to like, I've noticed that I sell sometimes a little bit too early. So just to practice, there's nothing wrong with locking in profits. Yesterday's a perfect example. I was up $4,800 on the day, right? $4,500 from that push that, what was it? DGAS had? Yeah, that DGAS had. And it pushed up, right? So then DGAS began to push up, and then it pushed up to, 11.38. But it wasn't even at that exact price point. I just saw when it continued to push up, and based off previous patterns, I was selling off. I should have sold, in my opinion, everything. That would have made a lot of sense, and I didn't. I sold off 100 shares, and then it began to pull back. and then I ended up having to cut losses at like $160, $190. And that's why instead of ending the day at 4,800, because I was trading with so much, I ended the day at like 4,300 or 43 something. I posted it on YouTube, keeping you guys up to date with my profits. But I had a lot of fun with what it was that I was doing. It's just, kind of like getting a feeling of like I should have seen that, okay, this is a really strong resistance. It's done it multiple times. I should just lock in profits. That would have made more sense. Maybe when something that's progressively making higher highs and higher lows, then I can begin to sell off, some of these shares. So here we go. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. It's kind of just a waiting game right now for natural gas. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but there goes Tesla. What do you mean by that? It's not pushing up too crazy. Here we go. As the yet goes, get to keep over the weekend. I just realized I don't have any more trades. I personally would not. Natural gas is selling off, but everything that I'm talking about when it comes down to like me taking a position is solely for a day trade. On the 180-day chart, again, just looking at overall natural gas, yes, even just to look at more relevant patterns on the 20-day 1 hour chart, right? We talked about this yesterday. I made a video about this yesterday. It's selling off. It made sense on why natural gas can push up. It can continue to push up, but overall, the descending pattern, like yes, it can then begin to sell off again, and that overall direction would be in your favor if you were to hold the yet. I just wouldn't risk it. I find there to be so much like peace in just locking in profits and having no like. It's like a mental game, and having just no, what's it called? Just like overwhelming yourself on like, oh my god, I hope that natural gas continues to sell off, because anything can happen over the weekend, right? The overall consumption of natural gas can increase, which means that the price will increase, and this can shoot up. And I mean, looking at the 108-day chart, it's not like it's super overbought, right? If anything, that's oversold. So just be aware of that, and try to manage your risk. And I think the best way to do so is to understand that, nothing wrong with locking in profits. I came to watch the recap and you're still live. Oh man, I'm sorry. What's up? What's going on, Jake? Another accident for the boys? No accidents today. Natural gas is overbought, waiting for this thing to sell off. I'll accidentally make about $1,000 off this trade. That's how it should play out. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. I don't know why, but I think I'm getting sick again. Give me one quick second, team. He's pulling his nose, yeah. We're waiting for natural gas to sell off. So if you guys have any any open-ended questions while we wait, feel free to let me know. I really just want to patiently wait and watch natural gas, if that's okay with you guys. What's going on, Michelle? What's going on, Anderson? What's going on, Valentine? So, hey, y'all, and Ricky, I need to buy a new trading laptop. What should I go for? I personally use MacBooks and Apple, right? That's just because of they're good. I wouldn't say they're the best. It's just a convenience because of our phones, our business, and all of our computers can sync together. That's why. But if you can get anything, I would get anything with a very quick processor. MacBooks suck sometimes. Easiest way for me to put it. What attracted you most about the stock market? Wow. Okay. What attracted me most about the stock market? That you can make money from anywhere. Like that, the ability to understand when something's like a deal, when you should take action, when to sell, and how you can make money through these transactions and literally do it from anywhere as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection and obviously access to a brokerage. What is one of your favorite patterns to trade? I would say one of these. I think it's super cool when it's an ascending uptrend pattern, when something is super overbought and then it begins to slowly sell off. Because I buy the inverse ETF and then I'm just like, oh yes, perfect. We got this. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Lower lows, lower highs. Ricky, if you were very profitable on one stock but not in others, what would you do if you aren't doing very good on other stocks? That's a little weird. But my biggest thing is like, I'm not here to try to be the best in every niche within the market, right? I'm here to try to do my best in what I understand and what makes sense to me. ETFs and the series of stocks that I choose to trade. And my style always changes. Sometimes I will swing trade like I did last year. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Sometimes I'll swing trade when it comes down to last year. But sometimes I'll be very, what's it called? I'll be very focused on just day trading, especially when the market conditions just definitely are not in our favor, right? Give us swing lessons. It all has to do with the pattern. One share of the sold. Wow, good. It all has to do with its overall direction. If my thing is like consistency, direction, and making sure that I know that I'm getting a good deal. As long as I have that, then I can see why I would swing trade something. If it's not there, and I'm just holding something just for the heck of it, and ultimately hope that it opens up green, that's when I feel like a lot of newer traders begin to make mistakes, because it's all just hope and desire and it has no actual reasoning behind anything it is that you're doing. So what are your goals for the next 3 to 5 years for yourself and your company? To be more established as a physical location. So working at an in-person facility, for an in-person facility, and not just to have one, but to have many others, and just to be more established in the software field as well, as in creating free applications like we're working on right now, just to make it easier to. My biggest thing is like, I think a lot of people make mistakes in which they do not understand what they are doing wrong. So, my goal is to create a series of tools and resources to make it more apparent of the mistakes that they're making. And that's all. It's just collecting data and presenting it in a very like simple and attractive way. That's all. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. I think just that little assistance can be of huge help. So, hey, I'll fly over if you get a facility. It doesn't matter where. I like that, Spencer. Hey, Spencer, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Have you talked about Tesla yet? Sorry, I'm late today. No, you're good. Trust me, we're late over here. I did talk about Tesla already. As in, it's showing signs of an uptrend. Haven't taken a position on it or anything like that. It's been making higher highs, higher lows, but it's just a little bit too much on the overbought side. It's not continuing, in my opinion, to push up aggressively. So because of that, I'm just watching it very carefully. Here we go. Did you guys know that you guys could do this if you guys like hold this with like, the left hand click, spread it up and down? Did you guys know you guys can do that? You guys just have, yeah. I think that's pretty cool, especially if you want to look at closer patterns. Whoa. There we go. You guys didn't know that? That's funny, huh? We're just trying to have fun and make some money. All right. Ricky, how do you set your charts to follow your arrow and keep going up and down? Um, I don't know what you mean by that. I don't have anything that follows an arrow or anything like that. Yeah, that's a good one, John. I like it because I wouldn't add to my position size right now because I still see DGAS to be a descending pattern and we're too close to the resistance where if I add to my position size, it would be solely because of averaging up and the margin of profit from my biggest thing is like if I add to my position size, when I add, it needs to make sense because there's still a larger margin of profit as I'm adding up. When I stop, as in right now, I would not add more because it just wouldn't make sense to me. As in like it's too close to the resistance. Look at the MACD, look at the RSI. It's already showing signs of consolidation. And yes, this thing can push up to $112. That's irrelevant. But the biggest thing is like for there to be a reason behind what it is that I do, right? And the reason I wouldn't average up now is because it's already pushing up and it's already showing signs of it being at the resistance. So why would it make sense for me to average up as in buy when it's already overbought? Make sense? So that's the way that I try to think of it. Christian, no, that's just something that you have to set up. I would call TD Ameritrade. So what he's talking about is like, let's say I want to sell the rest of my shares here. I click edit, right? And then I can click 100%. I know that for some people they have it, for others they don't. Um, you know, I would just call TD Ameritrade and get understand how to get access to it. I don't know exactly what it is I did. If I'm not mistaken, I literally think that I just activated the active, what's it called, um, the active trader or just like the hotkeys, and enabled them, and then it allowed me to have access to this, which I think is a very useful tool. You don't need it, but I don't care how many shares I have, and sometimes when I add, every second counts, right? So yeah, so Joe, that's a perfect question because like sometimes I really want to average up, right? Like something is showing signs of an uptrend, but it's so close to the resistance, and I'm aware of that that I'm just like and trust me, I've made the mistake where I add more to my position size as something is overbought, and guess what? It's already getting rejected. It begins to sell off, and I'm just like, wow, I'm such an idiot. Like, I should not have done that, and it was super obvious. Don't average up because you want to, and you want your position size to be bigger. Average up when it makes sense. If something is showing you signs of an uptrend pattern and it still has more margin for it to cover, then that makes sense on why you want to continue to invest in it. But again, the sole focus is when you invest in it to, you know, just for the sake of wanting your position size to be more so your margin of profit is more, then that's when you start running into issues. So I would avoid that. I see a lot of potential on stocks, hard to make money with a smaller account. I wouldn't necessarily, I think consistency is key, right? So I think it's a bad example, I guess, with like my larger account. Um, but ultimately, you have to understand that the dollar amount that you're trading with right now is not what you could be trading with 5, 10 years down the road. So as long as you understand that, then make sure that your actions today are in effect if you were trading with what your account can be 5, 10 years down the road. I feel like too many people just discourage themselves, don't focus on actually growing their accounts. They just want to make it or break it. And then because they fail, they never want to do it again. Um, I really do enjoy what I do every single day. And it's such a blessing for me to be in this position, right? Um, and I would not be here where it is that I am today if I was just so focused on just following that monetary aspect of it originally. There we go. Ooh, ooh. Ah, shoot. It pushed up. Sold at 108.46 with 400 shares. Overall profit on the day. Whoa. What the? Yeah, my TD Ameritrade is not updating. Says I'm down $643 on you guys. $394, and then on you guys. Okay, and then look at this. This is literally, you guys could see the last two numbers at least, 80. And then you guys should be able to see, I don't know if you guys could see, but I'm up over $1,000 on the day. $1,010.60. What the heck? I sold you guys. Why is it for a profit? I was up like $700 or 600. Wow. I'm sorry. I'll have to keep you guys up to date. I'm not too sure what's going on. Um, what the heck? Literally, there's like almost no way. I literally sold as this thing was pushing up. There's like no way for me to sell for a loss. Even if yeah. Restart it? Alright. Sorry about that, team. Oh, shoot. I got my ugly butt popping up. Yikes. Um, yeah, but damn, you guys get to see this. You guys get to see all of this. Ooh, you guys are lucky. My goodness. I think we're done for the day though. Installing updates. Ah, okay, makes sense now. Yeah, it's still pushing up. I think I might have sold too early. Just gonna put in my password real quick. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Let's see it. Oh, my alerts work now. Wow. Look at TD Ameritrade being all put together. Natural gas trying to recover. Nice. There we go. That's what I like to see. $1,010.60. We're gonna end it there. How long have we been live? Yeah, about 30 minutes. Oh, you're talking about my calendar. Negotiate free trades. No, it's not always about like trying to get things for free. In my opinion, it's like I really do value the service that TD Ameritrade provides. So because of that, I'm not gonna try to like screw them over just so I get free trades. I trade a lot, and it makes sense. Like yeah, like it costs money. So what is going on, John? Whoop, whoop. How are you guys all doing today? You guys doing good? You guys feeling good? Are we good to? You guys have any questions for me? Glad to make you smile. What's going on, Edward? You cracked me up, dude. Yeah, just wanted to thank you guys again for your time. Wanted to see if you guys have any questions. Wow, natural gas, or you guys pushed up, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a descending pattern. I think it can continue to try to push up, but I think ultimately natural gas pushed up so much that it's going to push down. So I should probably stop trading though. I had an amazing day yesterday. Can't be thankful enough. Had a great day today, right? $1,000 on the day. Yeah, let's lock it in. So have a good day, bro. What do you think about VTL? Well, let's break it down. VTL. Overbought, overextended. Yes, it's in the ascending uptrend pattern, but look, here with the resistance at 70 cents, consolidation here, it's beginning to consolidate, which is not something that it's done before. Makes sense on why it can begin to sell off. Also, look at the previous volume. Now look at the volume today. Looks like a pump it up. Oh, therapies, vital. It's a therapeutic company. I hate these, like absolutely with a passion. I had the worst experience when I first started trading these like pump and dumps. I would completely stay away, but yeah. Have a fabulous weekend, Ricky. What's the party for? What's going on, Matt Daughtry? What's up? What's up? We're just having a little get together with our close friends and stuff like that. So I normally don't post any of that stuff on Instagram. Well, obviously, I'm a person, and you know, I don't want to use an excuse, but like we're young, right? And we just have it's getting a little bit warmer in Arizona, so we decided to throw like a little pool party. And that's all it's going to be. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. So we'll have some music. We have a DJ coming and some food. And good people, good friends, good time, right? Canes for lunch. Hey, Ryan. I'm going to have to tag you on Instagram because, yeah, that's what I think I'm going to eat. I want to thank you guys again so much for your time. Ricky, what do you think about Tesla right now? We talked about it already. I said that it's an ascending uptrend pattern, but the margin that it's pushing up is not attractive enough for me to even consider it. So that's why I would personally stay away. So me either. All right. Well, I really do appreciate your guys' time. Thank you guys again for absolutely everything that you guys do. I hope you guys enjoyed your time with me. and being able to see me buy, being able to see me sell my position. And not just that, it does not matter what it is that I'm trading. What matters is my thought process and if that makes sense to you. So if you have any questions about my trades, on why I decided to trade DGAS, then feel free to message me. But I thought I made it pretty clear. I just want to, first of all, thank you, and wish you guys an amazing and productive weekend. Have a great Friday. Stay safe, and if there's anything I can do to better assist you, then feel free to let me know. So love the thought process. What's going on, Michelle? What's going on, Stephania and John Wright? So I'll drive to AZ. Sounds good. I think you guys are giving me way too much credit for the party. It's not going to be anything crazy. So, but maybe we'll post some videos. Maybe we don't. So don't drink and drive. Of course not. That's definitely not something we do. It's going to be here at the house, and I sleep here. So yeah, appreciate you guys' time. Thank you guys again. Continue working hard. Continue following dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.